Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Shatkim. In case you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And yeah, let's do this. I want to begin with saying and thank you again for watching my first video. I mean, the video which I uploaded last week, this is just but amazing. Thank you for the views. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing the video and thank you for subscribing. In case you haven't watched that video, make sure you do so. It was like an introduction video which I did to introduce myself, and you did an amazing job. Thank you very much. Make sure you watch it if you haven't and subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification bell for you to get notified when I upload a video. Now, for today's video, I'm going to answer the question you guys asked. I got 3 questions from Facebook and 2 from Instagram. From my previous video, I asked you to ask me question if you have any, and you guys did so. So with me here, I have 5 questions and I'm going to answer them. So make sure you watch this video up to the end and subscribe if you haven't done so. So to begin with, my first question was, or the first question which I got was, how long did it take for you to learn the language, or how long did it take for me to learn the German language? So there is this myth or this belief that German language is very difficult. Many people do say that is the most difficult language they have ever come across. I want to say I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that because for me it took 1 year for me, to be able to communicate well and to be able also to understand things in German. The reason being, when I came here, I didn't like begin from scratch. In Kenya, I went to school that was German Institute of Professional Studies, and I learned there my A1, and I did my exam at Goethe Institute. And so when I came here, I didn't have to like start from scratch. At least I had some basic, knowledge about this language. I could express myself a little, so I could communicate, although it was not that much, but I could speak. So when I came here, I went back to school because I had to go back to school, to add my language. So I went direct to school when I came here the first month. In fact, the first month I went to school and I was going there for my A2, not my A1, because my A1 I did it in Kenya. The system here is that if you're learning German language, the basic one is A1, then you go to A2, then you go to B1 and then B2, then you go to C1 and C2. But I have to say this varies according to where you are. So for me, I am in North Rhine-Westphalia. What is that in English? I don't know. That's just an area where I live. So, but it varies according to where you are in the part of German. It varies, and so I was saying this. When I went to school, I went for A2, not for A1, because I had this certificate from Kenya. So I went for A2, and I did it for 2 months, and then I stopped. I stopped for a while, for like 7 months, and then I went back to school. But this time round, I didn't go for A2. I went for B1 direct because then I could speak German. I could speak better German than before. The reason being, when I came here, the family I went to live with, they couldn't speak English. So the only language they could speak was German. So I was like forced to learn this language by force. There was no any otherwise I had to. And there were kids there. So these kids, they could also not speak English. So they could not communicate with me. So they would just speak in German, and I had to like, guess what they're saying. And this helped me to do this language very fast. So it didn't take long. It took for me almost 1 year for me to do all the things. So that's how it was. It was a difficult for me. So the second question is the challenges I got. Wow, challenges. There are many. There are many. So the first challenge was the language. I could not communicate. So this was very challenging for me. I could not express myself. And sometimes I got myself just stuck there because you need to do something, you want something, you don't know how to express yourself. So sometimes I would take, I had an English German dictionary where I would maybe try to translate things. It was difficult. That was the first challenge. The second challenge was the weather. I came here in January, and in January, that is a winter season. Kenya was 28 degrees, and in Germany, it was minus 12 degrees. I remember very well, it was minus 12 degrees. That was so, I mean, I would just sit in one corner and start crying and asking myself, why did I come here? It was so cold for me. And I had to go out with kids and play out. I had to go for shopping, and it was just, but some it wasn't good for me. At a point I even thought, I'm going back to Kenya. I can't take this anymore. But I'm here. So the other challenge was food. I put some food on the table, which I didn't know, what is this? Should I eat? Should I not eat? I remember I went for bread for almost a whole month, just eating bread because I knew this is bread. Yes, this is milk. So I would eat bread and milk. Morning, bread and milk. Lunch, bread and milk. Evening, bread and milk. Because I was just afraid to eat this food, which I didn't know what it was. But for now, I eat almost everything. So, so the other challenge that I faced was missing my people home. You are just in another country, very far away from home. You don't know anyone here, and you are just in a very new world. I mean, and I've left my family back home. This was huge for me. I missed my people so much that I couldn't even eat. At a point, I could just go to my room, rock it, stay there, and just cover myself with a huge blanket and start crying. It wasn't good. But here I am. So that question is, what do I like about this country? What is that one thing which I like most, about this country? There are many. One of it is I like the education system of this country. It is just overwhelming to see how they value education. They value education more than anything else. They don't need your experience, they need to see papers where you went to school. They don't need, if you come here and you say, I have experience of doing this and that, they'll ask you, where are your papers? Where did you go to school? The system of education here is just but amazing. So the second thing is health system. Health system. That's why I chose to go to it. That's where I am. I'll tell you more about that. So the other thing is the system, the security system. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone outside at night at 2 o'clock at night, 2 in the morning at night, without any fear, without feeling that someone will smuggle me and take anything from me. The security here and the security system, how it goes, it is just but amazing. If you have any problem and you call the police, they'll take a maximum of 10 minutes to be where you are. You just need to tell them where you are. And if you don't know where you are, they'll get you. As long as your phone is connected to GPS, they'll get where you are and you'll get help very quickly. I like that. So the other one is, am I planning to go back to Kenya? Someone is asking whether I'm planning to go back to live in Kenya. And the answer is, no, I'm not. I've established my life here. I'm going to live here. But to visit, maybe for a visit, I will come. But, packing my belongings and saying, I'm going back to Kenya. No, I want to live here. I want to establish my life here. And yeah, that is it. I have my career here. And so I want to stay here. I'm not coming back soon. So the other one is, which advice will you give anyone who wants to come to stay here or who wants to come to visit here? The advice is simple. Come. Do not fear. Just come. It is an amazing place to be. Just come. There is this myth, Germans are racist, Germans are this and that. Those are all lies. I mean, pack your bag if you want to come and live here. If you have any means to come here, do so. You're most welcome. Thank you for watching this video. See you till the next video. Bye bye.